So welcome back into the channel, everyone. It has been a hot minute since I filmed a video. I think the last one I filmed was going under out at Nixa, and I think I shot even par or one over. Honestly, I don't even remember it's been that long since I filmed a video. But that being said, I figured I'd get on here, give you a little update, give you a little direction of the channel, give you a quick in the bag update because lots has changed in the bag. Lots has stayed the same, but lots has changed as well. And so yeah, we're gonna dive right into the bag and we're gonna go from there. Starting with our putting putters, I made the switch away from daggers, which I'm pretty sure you've seen in at least one video, if not more. But I made the switch to pixels, and I will tell you, as someone who is more of like a spin putter, I don't have to put a lot of effort into the pixels, and they just kind of go for me. And so that's been like a key for me. It's just easy effort, easy putt. They're great. These ones are starting to get really nice and seasoned. Been using them all year. I have a fresh set in the closet for when it's time to switch them out. I guess we'll go to my go-to throwing putter, which is the Luna. I have the ESP one in here right now. I alternate my Lunas pretty regularly, just kind of depending on which one feels the best at the time. I have a big Z one I like to put in there. I just got a new Z swirl one I put in there. I have a crystal one. I have a regular Z one. It just kind of depends on my mood. My other two throwing putters is this Keystone. This Keystone's been in my bag for a hot minute. Super warped, super understable, something that I don't have to put a lot of effort into to get it to go. Great for scramble shots, pinch shots, kind of whatever. And then another new addition to the bag is the P3X. This is an old Innova made one. Not crazy overstable. Not like a zone overstable, but it's overstable enough that if I put it flat, it's going to have some finish. Unlike with the Luna, and especially with the Keystone, I don't get that out of those. And so those are my throwing putters right now. Moving into my approach discs, and then we'll do approach discs, and then we'll take a pause and kind of talk about a few other things. I have a Jawbreaker zone in the bag still, but it's just my understable one. It's great. You never know when you're going to need that understable approach disc. And then I still have the same Crystal Flex Get Freaky zone in my bag, the red one. I've had this in my bag for the longest time. And then my super overstable approach disc has switched between like the Zone OS. I had a Tactic in there for a while. I've tried a bunch of different things, but I've kind of settled on the Swarm for right now. This just is an ESP Swarm. It is kind of beat in, which I do love about ESP plastic. Once it beats in, it's one of the best feeling things out there, in my opinion. But it maintains its overstability. So those are my approach discs right now. As I said, it's been kind of a busy summer. It's been quite the busy summer. 2 kids, trying to figure that part out, new job starting soon, all the fun things in life, right? And so just haven't been filming. When I go play, it's been very intentional, whether it's a league or it's practice for an upcoming event or whatever. I just haven't filmed as much. I will tell you, I'm in the process of filming a week before tournament prep video right now. I started it on Monday. I'm filming this one on Thursday. And we'll talk about that later today because we're going to go film some for that. But like, I'm filming that. We're going to start doing some mental sides of things. We're going to start talking disc selection, all that stuff. We're going to start talking stuff that we can do inside and have a conversation about it just to get the content out there, just to continue to give what you guys want to see. And so if there's something specific when it comes to the mental game, or when it comes to disc selection, or when it comes to building a bag, or whatever that might be, drop it in the comments and let me know what you want to see. Because not being able to get outside as much this summer as I had planned on to film has kind of put me off of filming really anything. But really, the reality of it is I could have been filming inside and just didn't. And so that's on me. But we're going to try to start pumping out some more content. We're going to try to start just giving it our all and seeing what sticks. So, moving up to our mid ranges, I'm now down to 3 mids in my bag, which from someone who started with like 5 or 6 in my bag, 7 at some points, like 3 mids that I am into right now, that's saying something. I have a Jawbreaker Buzz. This is my understable one. This is my hyzer flip. This is my slow turnover shot. Like, this is my kind of my, very similar to my Keystone. It's like my get out of jail free mid. I have my most thrown disc in my bag, which is this green Buzz. This is a Chris Dickerson Tour Series Buzz from 2021, I think. It has a ghost stamp on it, so you can't quite see it. But it was when they did the swirly ESP plastic. This is my favorite run of Buzz that I've ever held. And so, it's a money disc. And then I have the Color Glow C-Line MD3, the Iron Samurai 3. This is just kind of like a slightly more overstable version of this disc. It doesn't get a ton of use because honestly, if it's crazy, I just throw this on more hyzer. I manipulate this disc before I go to this disc. But it's something I like to have in the bag just in case I need it. Moving up to my fairway drivers. We're going to do... Moving up to my fairway drivers, we're going to go with these 4. So I have an ESP Cicada. This is my understable Cicada. I have a Z Cicada, which is a disc I'm going to talk about in a later video, but this is like my straight. It is slightly more understable now because I've been using it more. And then I have the Cigarra, which is just as it says, a modified, overstable modified Cicada. Great disc, great complements to each other. And then the last one is my quote-unquote overstable fairway driver, which is the Raptor. This is in the Z Flex plastic. And it's not as overstable as certain Raptors I have. I have a Z Raptor in my closet right now and then my disc collection that is way more overstable. Sometimes this is an FD3. I will say that sometimes it's an FD3. My FD3 is green though, and so I don't throw it a lot in the summer and I don't want to lose it. Moving up to a disc that, honestly surprised me when I first put it in the bag and first threw them, and that's the Captain's Raptor. So this is the 2025 Captain's Raptor in the Z Swirl plastic, and then this is the ESP one. This is a straighter version of this disc. This is my super overstable one. This is my get to the ground, get left, just get down quick disc. This one I can push a little bit further and still has the same overstability as it starts to slow down. I just get more distance out of it. And so I've been bagging both of them. I didn't think I was going to, but this one is, you can see, is pretty much board flat. This one is slightly domey. I say slightly. It's not super domey, but just ever so slight, has a slight dome on it and has just a little bit more carry to it. And so that's a disc that I found I have really been enjoying. And then moving up to, I always say my Onyx collection, but currently my overstable one is a PD. So this is the Dark Mall PD. It's a great run of PDs. It is just slightly more overstable than any Onyx I have right now. And so it's filling the slot for me as we speak. Then a step down in stability is this green one. I always like to say this green Onyx is my overstable woods disc. In the woods I don't mess with this thing. But I will grab this disc because I can get a slight bit of turn out of it in the woods. It's controllable. It's by far my favorite. And then my green Buzz of my fairway drivers, or my distance drivers, or control drivers, whatever you want to call these things, is this tan ESP Onyx. This is one of my most thrown discs as well. Pretty much my bag setup started with this green Buzz, and then I built discs around it. So if you move up in speeds, these fly very similar. This is just faster and goes further. And then if you go to the fairway drivers, I have the Cicada that flies just like it. My putters, I have the Luna. I built my bag around this disc and how it flew because I wanted more discs that flew like it. So this is my hyzer flip, my big long turnover, my do everything Onyx. I don't carry a super flippy one anymore because if I need something that flippy, I'm going down in speeds anyways because I need control. If I need something that flippy, I need to know that it's gonna be controllable. And so I don't really carry super flippy in my upper ranges anymore. And as you'll see, I carry the Captain's Thrasher. I've fallen in love with this disc, and it's something that kind of surprised me because I don't love the regular Thrasher. It's hit or miss for me depending on what one I have. I've had a variety of them, and I found some that I like. I found others that I just like. I don't love these. But the Captain's Thrasher, this is a fabulous disc. It's in my quote-unquote overstable spot right now. It's not crazy overstable, but it's overstable enough for my distance drivers. And then I have my S-Line DD3, and if you were paying attention, you would have guessed it. This is the exact flight of, say, my Green Buzz, or that Onyx, or the Cicada, or the Luna. This is in the middle. This is my neutral distance driver, probably my furthest flying disc. I can hyzer flip it. I can kind of put it on some easy flex lines. It's just one of those discs, and that goes a mile. And so I keep the S-Line DD3 in the bag, and then my understable disc, which again is not super understable, but understable enough for everything I need, is an old DDX. This is just an old Innova-made DDX. It was a used bin find, and to be very honest, I didn't know if I was going to fall in love with it. I originally got it because it said it was a DD1, and I've been trying to like the DD1. I just haven't quite yet. And so it's not. It's actually a DDX, and I will tell you that heme feel wise, the stability wise, this disc is great. It's workable in the wind. It is understable enough for calm days too, and so I have made the switch to back in the DDX. If you were paying attention, and you might not have been, but if you were paying attention, you'll see that the bag's changed too. I was carrying the Combat Ranger from Dynamic. Great bag, fine with it. I got a new one, didn't love it, not gonna lie. Just couldn't find it comfortable. And so I did upgrade to a grip bag recently. This is a Grip AX3. It's fabulous. It's got plenty of storage for things like extra chalk bags, my bands. It has storage up here, which in this pocket, like I carry like my notebook where it has a lot of my notes in it and stuff. I have my rangefinder in a pocket over here. It is a bag that I didn't ever really want to buy because I was like, I don't want to spend the money on one, but I found a good deal on one. And so, yeah, that is our current bag, what we're bagging, what we're throwing. These are all the things that I'll throw on this coming week in a tournament. And so, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Can't wait to bring out some more content for you guys. And I look forward to reading your comments later on. And as always, let's grow together, one throw at a time.